Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today from our Islamabad studio. I'm Victoria Lane. Tensions between the United States and Iran are escalating once again after both sides exchanged missile and drone attacks, raising fresh concerns about security in the Gulf region and the future of diplomatic efforts. Iran's Revolutionary Guards claimed responsibility for strikes on what they described as U.S. targets in the region, saying the action was retaliation for an alleged American attack on a communications tower on Qeshm Island. Iranian media reported attacks near the Strait of Hormuz and warned that continued escalation could threaten regional security. Meanwhile, U.S. Central Command said Iranian missile and drone attacks were intercepted successfully, rejecting claims that the Fifth Fleet headquarters or regional air bases suffered damage. Amid rising tensions, U.S. President Donald Trump says he has sent a clear message to Tehran, emphasizing that it is time for both sides to reach an agreement. President Trump said Iran's behavior over the past 47 years cannot continue, and stressed diplomacy remains the preferred path forward. He dismissed reports suggesting talks had collapsed, saying discussions between Washington and Tehran remain active, although it is still too early to determine the outcome. Meanwhile, Iranian Parliamentary Committee spokesman Ibrahim Rezai criticized the United States, saying Americans understand missiles better than diplomacy, while praising Iran's military capabilities. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has also commented on the evolving situation, saying there are indications that Mojtaba Khamenei is taking a more active role in negotiations. Speaking to lawmakers, Rubio said reopening the Strait of Hormuz must be the first condition in any future talks. He added sanctions relief remains possible if Iran addresses nuclear concerns and abandons enriched uranium programs. Rubio also suggested discussions may expand into areas previously rejected by Tehran, while cautioning there are no guarantees any agreement will satisfy American expectations. Meanwhile, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has intensified diplomatic engagement following recent military developments. According to Iran's foreign ministry, Araghchi held separate calls with counterparts from France, Turkey, Qatar, Egypt, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia. Notably, discussions with Pakistan also included Army Chief General Asim Munir. These diplomatic contacts come after recent Iranian missile and drone attacks targeting locations in Kuwait and Bahrain, which Tehran says were responses to U.S. actions. Officials say discussions focused on reducing tensions and restoring regional stability. Turning now to the economy, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says the government remains committed to public relief measures in the upcoming budget, while expanding the tax net and accelerating economic growth. The Prime Minister made the remarks during consultations with industrialists and business leaders regarding the 2026 to 2027 budget. For more on this story, we go to our Islamabad correspondent, Sarah William.
Thank you, Victoria. Government officials say public-private partnership remains central to economic planning as authorities seek to strengthen exports and encourage investment. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif told business leaders that reforms have stabilized economic conditions and restored investor confidence. Industry representatives welcomed tax reforms, digital payment initiatives, and export promotion measures, while expressing support for continued recovery efforts. Officials say the upcoming budget aims to balance public relief with long-term growth objectives.
Thank you, Sarah, for that update from Islamabad. In Punjab, Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz Sharif says the Kisan Card initiative is transforming agriculture across the province. According to provincial figures, more than 832,000 farmers have received Kisan Cards for the first time. Authorities say loans worth more than 25 billion rupees have already been utilized, while agricultural purchases during wheat season crossed 100 billion rupees. Officials report an 86% recovery rate, with billions already repaid through installments. For the ongoing Kharif season, further funding has been released as the government expands support programs for farmers. And finally, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has approved new business closure timings under the National Energy Conservation Campaign. Under the new rules, shops, markets, and shopping malls will close at 9 p.m., while marriage halls and commercial events may operate until 10 p.m. Restaurants, hotels, and vegetable shops must close by 11 p.m. Although medical stores, IT companies, fuel stations, tandoors, and gyms are exempt from restrictions. Provincial administrations have been directed to ensure implementation, while Punjab is expected to formally adopt the same schedule later today. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today. I'm Victoria Lane.